sister, the whole thing is disheartening. Having served for 35 years, and you see your younger ones that are coming out of the system just here today are being paid this money. And we are here suffering, having served for 35 years. Now, look at some of our senior brothers here. Even if I am at least more than 60 years today, we have some elderly ones amongst us, 63 years, that are as much as 80 years plus. Now, for them to have come to this place because of lack of the payment of this SDA and the minimum wage.
The president is a veteran. That minimum wage arrears that was approved, he has gotten his alert. The National Security Advisor has gotten his alert. The current serving sitting Honorable Minister of Defense gets his alert. And they are not in the rain and in the dilemma that you see all of these elderly personnel that are like this. And now we say pay the SDA. They have held series of meetings. We have not gotten feedback. We need feedback. We started to write letters.
Despite the downpour in Abuja in the early hours of Monday, military veterans under the aegis of the retired members of Nigerian Armed Forces and the Coalition of Concerned Military Veterans has taken over the entrance of the Ministry of Defense over the non-payment of their Security Debarment Allowance, among others. Recalling, the aggrieved retired military men had in January 2022 protested at the Ministries of Finance, Defense, and the National Assembly to express the same grievances. While expressing concerns about why the serving officers have gotten their own allowance without paying the retired personnel, the National Secretary, Ambassador Roy Okidiebie, accused the Minister of Defense, retired Major General Bashir Magashi, of the refusal to commence disbursement of SDA despite the approval of President Muhammadu Buhari.
They met together, they put the minimum wage in chunches of peanuts. We didn't say anything. They are still paying it in chunches. Now, the Security Debarment Allowance, unfortunately for us, we saw that they started to even pay soldiers and officers that were just leaving. Then the backlog of the veterans that they have not paid. The SDA, for clarity, is the Security Debarment Allowance that is paid to retired personnel to debar them from using their skills against the state. So if I'm a sniper, I'm a bomb expert, whatever you are, you can't use it against the state. You know, and that kind of strategic influence, financial influence.
Addressing the retired personnel, the Director of General Service Tolulope Mustafa stated that the allowances have been approved, and she appealed to them to write a letter of reminder to the ministry for it to be channeled to the right quarters for an effective response within 2 weeks.
To ensure that your SDA is paid. And we want to thank Mr. President because he graciously approved that money. So what I can see as the bone of contention now is that the mode of payments, the implementation of the payments, it is really what is the bone of contention now. And from what I understand is that when this money was approved by Mr. President, the Honorable Minister called the chairmen and the secretaries of all the veteran associations, and he explains to them. So in communicating, I think we have been communicating to let them know that this money, I mean, you might not like the communication, but we have been communicating. So I was there at the meeting that day, and he explained that this money has been approved. And then you asked him certain questions and he answered all the questions. And he said that it might take some time for this money to be paid, but we will see how we can ensure that the monies are paid as soon as possible. I can tell you that this issue is very much on the minister's mind, and he is working day and night to see that these monies are paid timely.
Also, Major General L.A. Fejoku appealed to the veterans to rescind their decision of staying in the rain till the minister comes to address the matter.
Rescind your decision of staying here till the minister comes. No, rescind that decision. We will go and solve this problem. We will communicate to you, whether we like it or not. Anything in life is patience that solves it at the end of the day. Okay, what if you stay here 6 months, God forbid, and this solution does not come? What have we achieved?
Let's all die here. We have planned to go.
No, what I mean, when I say here, I'm not talking. Hold on. it will not happen. But what I'm trying to tell you is that it is not about this gate or next gate or next gate. We are going to get a solution, but we need your cooperation.
While refusing to write a letter of reminder to the ministry, the veterans in their response stated they will only vacate the premises if a letter is written to them in line with their responses.
We are receiving calls immediately too from senior officers that you know even when you were a cadet. And if we live here without any tangibility, then we have come out in futility. We are not going to come out in futility because we must be fruitful in this exercise. So, sir, if you can, that day it didn't take them 30 minutes to do a letter for us.
Am I correct?
Yes. So today we need a letter from them, or else we are doing goat pepper soup barbecue this night. It will be happening here live. So we have medical for the people that are shivering. So, sir, we need a letter from.
The protesters defied the rain, pitched a tent and blocked access to the Ministry of Defense in the nation's capital. Staff Sergeant Saliu Muda, who retired from the force in 2017, questioned the salary and pension gaps amongst the ranks of serving and retired military personnel who had fought several wars for the country.
Some of us fought war. There are some of the young ones that are leaving the system today, they did not fight war. Are you getting me? We are here to agitate for the fact that this money that is being paid to our junior brothers are not paid to us. And the reason why this money is not paid is best known to them. But we want to let them know that if this money is not paid, we are not going to leave this place until this money is paid.